WHO pays transfer taxes at closing? Transfer taxes are a critical component of real estate transactions, often overlooked but vital in determining the financial responsibilities of buyers and sellers. In New York, these taxes are regulated by both state and local governments, creating a complex framework that varies by property type and location. Knowing who is responsible for these taxes is essential to prevent disputes and ensure a smooth closing process. Legal responsibilities for transfer taxes in New York. The responsibility for paying transfer taxes generally falls on the seller. The state mandates a base transfer tax of $2 for every $500 of the property's sale price. In addition, local taxes, such as New York City's Real Property Transfer Tax, RPTT, may apply, particularly for properties of significant value. However, exceptions exist. For example, the buyer is responsible for the mansion tax, which adds 1% to the purchase price of properties sold for $1 million or more. If the seller fails to meet their tax obligations, the buyer may need to cover the costs to ensure the transaction proceeds. This situation often involves legal recourse for reimbursement. Accurate documentation and timely payments are necessary to avoid penalties and disputes. WHO is responsible for paying transfer taxes? Primarily, the seller covers the base transfer tax as part of their closing costs. However, certain circumstances may transfer this obligation to the buyer. Mansion tax. Buyers of properties valued at $1 million or more are responsible for this additional tax. Seller's default. If the seller neglects to pay the required taxes, the liability may fall to the buyer, who can seek reimbursement under contractual agreements. Supplemental taxes. Buyers may face additional levies for high-value properties in New York City, such as those exceeding $3 million. Understanding these responsibilities is crucial, as failure to comply can lead to financial penalties and delayed closings. What are transfer taxes and how do they work? Transfer taxes are fees imposed on the sale or conveyance of property. In New York, the state charges $2 for every $500 of the sale price, and additional taxes apply in specific cases, such as the mansion tax for high-value properties. Local governments, like New York City, often impose supplemental taxes on top of state requirements. For example, a residential property sold for $300,000 would incur a $1,200 state transfer tax. If the property were located in New York City, supplemental taxes could increase the total significantly, particularly for properties valued at $3 million or more. Proper filing, including forms like TP 584 and NYC RPTT, is required to ensure compliance. Both buyers and sellers must address these calculations meticulously to avoid errors or penalties. To navigate the complexities of transfer taxes, consulting an attorney can be beneficial. An experienced lawyer can ensure that all documentation is accurate and filed on time, protecting both parties from legal and financial risks. For guidance tailored to your needs, contact Avenue Law Firm at 212-729-4090 or visit their office at 505 Park Avenue Suite 202, New York, New York, 10022. Their experienced team is ready to help with all aspects of real estate transactions, ensuring a seamless and compliant process.